Hi everyone, welcome to Tube Bending and Sheet Metal Operations Guide. In our second video, we'll continue our tour of tube bending operations. In this video, we'll talk about types of tube and their characteristics. Depending upon types of manufacturing process, tubes are of three types. First, we'll discuss seamless tube manufacturing process. In this process, tubes are formed through extrusion process. In extrusion process, a metal bar, also known as billet, is heated up to 1200 degrees centigrade in a rotary furnace. After achieving this temperature, that billet is passed through piercing mill. In piercing mill, that billet is pulled over a mandrel of desired cross-section against number of rolling dies. After completion of this stage, seamless tube is obtained. To straighten this tube, tubes are again passed through number of rolling die. After tube is straightened, tube can be used as it is. But to enhance its property, it is again passed through number of processes. First process is pickling process. In this process, tubes are stored in an acid container to remove their metal oxides. Further, annealing process is carried out. Annealing process is carried out to make the tube softer, so that tube can be shaped easily and cut easily. Further, tubes are passed through buffing stage. In this stage, scalar surface of the tube is cleared and also it is made shining surface. Next stage we have is cold forming process. In this process, tubes are formed from plain metal sheet by rolling it in a rolling die. And final stage, we do welding of the tube. Third process we have is welding process. Here in this process also, like cold forming process, tubes are finally welded. In this process, plain sheet of metal is passed through number of rolling die to get a tube of desired cross section. And finally, faces of the tube are welded. Here, the welding process used is electric resistance welding, hence its name ERW tubes. Further, we'll talk about different shapes of the tubes we have. Mostly, tubes are made cylindrical in shape. However, some processes require different cross sections, including oval tubes, round tubes, square tube, and rectangular tube. Further, we'll talk about various characteristics of the tube. First, we'll talk about outside diameter. Outside diameter is the measurement across the widest area of the tube, whereas inside diameter is the distance measured across the widest part of inside opening of the tube. Wall thickness is the measurement between exterior and interior surface of the tube. Wall thickness is called as schedule in case of a pipe, whereas it is also called as gauge in case of tube. Further we have is annealing process. As we discussed earlier, annealing process is carried out to make a metal softer in nature, so that metal can be shaped more easily and can be cut more easily. Buffing and polishing is carried out to remove scalar surface of the tube. It is also carried out to make the metal surface shining. Ovality is the distortion of cross-section area of a tube from its normal shape, and it is usually expressed as a percentage of difference between major and minor axes. That's all for today. Thank you.